Sorry, folks. Just got to get a few things set up. Be right there. What's up, folks? How's it going? Let me turn this music down here. I am just jumping on live real quick, kind of out of the blue. I know most of you... Fucking out of there, sorry. I know most of you probably have been watching Rock Bottom Ray DeVito tonight. The wonderful Rock Bottom with Raymond P. DeVito. Wow. I'm not sure if you did or you didn't, but if you didn't, you should go check it out. It'll be up on his Patreon later. Ray had a lot of stuff. Look at me, I'm all frazzled. Had a lot of stuff to say about me. A lot of personal things. Maybe some inappropriate stuff, mentioning my wife and stuff like that. All right, that's cool. So let's address that. Let's get up in this motherfucking chat too. Sent the link out to my BYB folks if they want to jump on with me. Whatever. I'm just going to do a quick one. Just address some things here. Because honestly, I saw that motherfucker going off, saying what he was saying. And my first instinct is I want to bury him. I want to fucking send the devil off to sea, or whatever Joey Diaz says. Like, I was gonna ride over to Queens, so I know whereabout he lives. I don't know his address, the other guy that he's staying with, but I seriously was about to get, I don't know, on a bike or an Uber. It wasn't gonna take the subway because that would take like an hour. But anyway, I was about to fucking head over there, but I was like, you know what, Stevie, you're better than this. You're better than this, because you could absolutely right now on air bury Ray DeVito with some of the things that you know about that motherfucker that, maybe he has told me in confidence before, nothing to do with last night whatsoever, maybe some things to do with some other ladies in the Dabbleverse besides Miss Ari Jane, and maybe some of his intentions and what he was trying to do and how he was trying to go about it, which I think that's enough for now, Ray. But you are a fucking dumbass and you do run your mouth. And this is the kind of shit that's going to come back to harvest, because you turn your back, you talk shit about me, you make shit up, you misrepresent what happened at the stand the other night, and you try to dirt me and fucking just throw all sorts of shit on my name, say all these fucking nasty things. I don't even want to go into them, folks. If you want, go listen to Rock Bottom and hear it from the horse's mouth itself. But what I'll do here, I'll save that good shit maybe for one of the bigger shows. If MLC wants me to fucking go all out on Ray now at this point, I'm a fucking hired assassin, and I could give a fuck less about this guy. He's completely lost any goodwill he's ever had with me, the way that he's handling himself. And honestly, it's one of these like eye-opening moments where I had this guy's back this whole fucking time. I had his back. Sure, I break his balls. I fuck around sometimes. That's what you do with your friends if you're a fucking friend. But where he's gone now with this, man, there's absolutely no coming back as far as I'm concerned. And over the littlest, simplest bullshit that he's blown out of proportion, you see how he's done this to other people, how he's done this to Ari Jane, how he manipulates every little aspect of that, how he wanted her to just tell this script. Well, at the stand the other night, I wasn't given a script. There was no, Stevie, don't mention a word that was ever said here today, which he's trying to say now, that he tried to go to me. Oh, hey, by the way, any word that was said here tonight in this location can never be repeated. All this shit that I'm letting off secrets, that's horse shit. I was standing sitting at the bar at the stand, which is a wide open public space. I wasn't in any green room. I wasn't sitting in a booth. I was at the main bar, which anyone can go sit at. I'm sitting there hanging out with a couple other comedians who showed up. Some of the shows got canceled, so some of the comedians had nothing to do, and they're sitting there. I'm watching Ray go up and host and fucking act like a moron. He's saying that he's hanging out with Tim Dillon and Rich Voss. He wasn't hanging out with them. Okay? That's complete horseshit. He probably said hello to both of them at one point, and they were just like, all right, and there was no conversation hanging. He's probably spent 2 minutes in their fucking presence before they got aggravated by his dumbass. Him thinking that he's an actual comedian and that real A-list comedians know him well and don't look at him as just a fucking acid casualty that's just fucking hanging around, taking up space. It's mind-blowing, the fact that this fucking guy has this grandiose thought that he's a comedian and I'm not a comedian. Right. You're not a fucking comedian either, bro. All right. If I'm not a comedian, then you're not a comedian because you're not fucking successful. You don't do this. Okay. I was at the bar trying to tell the other comedians, Eli Treacher and that other fucking guy who I didn't know, about how, oh, well, Ray just got 100,000 views on his dry bar special. It's pretty big for him. And they were both like, dry bar? What? I don't know what is dry bar. What is dry bar? Like, no one knows what that is, Ray. So your biggest fucking credit right now is having this 100K views on dry bar. No one gives a fuck about that. No one gives a shit about your Mormon comedy special. That's fucking dog shit. It's dog shit anyway. Okay, Ray? So you're not special. You're not a good comedian. You're just serviceable. You do old fucking stale jokes that you get pity laughs, Ray. The people that you knew from 20 years ago do you a favor and let you go on their shows. No one comes to the stand to see fucking Ray DeVito perform. He doesn't sell the show out on his own fucking draw, okay? There was nobody besides Dead Red Fred at this last show for him. Everyone else just showed up to go to a comedy show at the stand like people do in New York City. So this big fucking bullshit that he sells out every month and that he's a fucking past it's all fucking bullshit, okay? So let's rewind to the real situation here. I'm sitting at the bar, okay? Ray is just completely fucking spun out and trying to host a show and is just a piece of fucking dog shit, whatever. Ray Goots comes up to the bar and says hi. I've known Ray now on and off as long as I've been doing comedy. I didn't know him well at the beginning, but over the past 2 years with my involvement with the MLC and Ray and all this shit, Goots and I are at least friendly. Goots was there at Ray's taping fucking in Astoria 2 years ago, all this shit. So Goots comes to the bar, and yes, you know what I said to him? I said, hey, man, where's Gino Bisconti? Is he here? And he goes, ha, 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 what do you mean? And I said, hey, Gino has been talking about that you gave him a spot on Ray's next stand show. That's something that Gino's been fucking going on about for the past few weeks. And I'm going to show up at your stand show and make it uncomfortable, blah, blah. So I just said to Goots, I was like, hey, man, where's Gino? Is he here? What? And he was like, yeah, whatever. Gino's Gino, blah, blah, blah. Gino wasn't there, right? Then Ray Goots brought up Chad Zumock because we went from one crazy, controversial, psychopathic, alcoholic comedian to another. And Ray Goots brought up Chad's name first, okay? I'm sure a lot of you probably don't want to believe that. You want to listen to Ray, that I'm sitting there bringing up all sorts of things and trying to fucking get inside info and listen. I was just having a normal general conversation with a guy that I know from doing comedy as a comedian, Ray, in New York City, something that you barely did. You barely did. You got along off those Guy Code credits for oh so long, but that shit ran out, and now you're just fucking working on fumes, buddy. And if you're going to turn your back on one of the few fucking guys who actually supported you and gave a shit about you, then it just goes to show that you're only going to shoot yourself in the foot every time you try to fucking do anything, buddy. So at this point, man, you're saying, oh, turn my back. Go fuck yourself, Ray. All right? Lose my number. Don't ever fucking listen. Go to your stand show. I honestly don't give a fuck if I never step in the stand again. I will be 100% fine if I'm banned from the stand after this incident. That actually, I would actually like that if this is what this comes to, because it's such a bullshit nonsense incident that this motherfucker is now blowing out of proportion and saying all sorts of stupid shit about. Bring up Gino fucking Goots starts talking about how there's this email thread that's been going around in between people that run things at the stand about Chad Zumach and that he's coming up for this show, Frantic, this coming Monday. And how, hey, I hear he's got problems with people. Does anyone ever? That's all it was. That's all it was. I wasn't spreading more lies about Chad or rumors about Chad. I was just like, hey, yeah, that's fucking crazy. This guy he is a piece of shit, sure. So it doesn't surprise me. That's it. That's all that came up. I didn't bring it up. It got brought up, and I, said something more about it. So let's get to the drink thing. A lot of people are like, you divulged secrets. You son of a bitch. You rat. You told Ray's secrets about his drink. Ladies and gentlemen, while I was sitting there at the bar, Ray went up to the bartender and asked for his probably fourth or fifth beer of the night. If I'm going to be honest, I wasn't counting, but he seemed like he was probably 4 or 5 beers deep, and he slid up $2 for the beer as his tip. The bartender kind of looked at the $2, looked at him, and you can imagine the thought process that this bartender is thinking, like, what the fuck? And he said to the entire bar out loud, not under his voice. He exactly projected. It actually projected his voice. He goes, Ray, somehow you're the only comedian here that doesn't have to still pay for his drinks. I don't know what you got going here or what this reason is, but every other comedian here has to run a tab except for you. That's wild, man. Like, yeah, sure. Kind of jokingly, like breaking his balls a little bit, but dead fucking serious. Okay? So I said to myself, what the fuck? Like, that was a bit of a shock to me. Sure. Especially with Tim Dillon and fucking goddamn Voss sitting over there, that they're paying for their fucking meals and drinks, and Ray DeVito is getting 4 or 5 IPAs for just tips. He's just paying the tip, So I felt pretty bad afterwards when I brought that up, and then Kevin Brennan starts calling Patrick from the stand. I didn't expect that. I thought I would probably get a little fucking heat out of the info, out of the moment. I didn't expect him to call Patrick. And I honestly felt a little bad. And I honestly, if I'm going to be really clear about this, I didn't feel bad about Ray in this situation. I felt bad that maybe I fucked up that bartender by letting that out, because I used to bartend back in the day, and you do favors to certain people that you maybe aren't supposed to do. And that's just part of the job. It makes you a good bartender sometimes. But if your management gets word of that, sometimes they don't like seeing alcohol going out the door for free, no matter what the situation is. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't cause a problem. And again, if I'm banned from the stand over this, the stand has guys like Shane Gillis, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K. walk through those doors. I'm not comparing myself to any of those people, but if Stevie Lou is too controversial for the stand NYC, then fuck, what am I going to do? This is hardcore. Thank you, Decline hosts. Will this be up later, Misfit? It'll be up your mother's ass later. That's where it'll be. Guy. Boy, get different music, Stevie. Cold C, that was the Disco Biscuits. Shout out to the Disky Bees. That's not what they're called. So Stevie Lou, Ray said, said he works with Slapshot Leon. I don't even. Jesus Christ. All right. Ray just keeps talking and talking. Yeah. So again, I didn't really want to go too much into it. I actually was trying to call him. I was texting him, shut your fucking mouth, because he did start to go into fucking weird territory when he started to say, he's going through a breakup or whatever. And like, that's neither here nor there. Okay. He's trying to compare me to Ari Jane because she's had some, like, right. You got laid once or twice maybe in the past 4 years, and you're gonna, talk shit about anyone who's had multiple relationships throughout his years and decided to settle down, and it didn't work out so great. We're still working on it. So keep your fucking mouth shut when it comes to me and my goddamn wife. Otherwise, man, I'm gonna take it real personal too, and I'm gonna start talking about a couple of these things that I know, and I'll hold on to it right now. I did tease it a little bit. If I want to Maybe go to the big show and talk. We could do it. But yeah, folks, do me a favor too while you're here. Can you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button? Please try to go watch some of my old streams. Watch these streams. I'm short on live hours. I'm doing hand motions like this right now. It's really selling the point home. I could use some help with the watch hours and the subscriptions. I'd love to get monetized and become a millionaire because I feel like I'm this close, fucking this close. I'm this close to either millionaire or murderer. It's one or the other. Which one will it be? In the chat, as a matter of fact, if you think I'll be a millionaire, press 1. If you think I'll be a murderer, press 2. This is games that we do here. That's good. Okay. I don't know what that means. Yeah. If folks want to donate at this point right now, I'm not going to put my Venmo up. Just watch BYB and super chat into BYB until I get monetized. Deal? Is this a show? This is not a show. This is a show. This is not a show. This is an emergency episode. Send Ray the link. Honestly, at this point, he's too fuzzed out, man. He's too fucking fuzzed out. I'll do it on another show if I got to, but this is not a work. Chris P, I get it, buddy. I learned a lesson from that whole Kate Meany thing. I will course correct. I'm not one to normally do that sort of thing. And this is not a fucking work one bit at all. The eye bruises are getting better, Stevie. It's just I don't sleep well. It's like sleep deprivation. Misfit, I have a hot sauce in my refrigerator. I do like spicy food sometimes. Oh, no, wait, fuck. You're asking if I have no, I don't have my own hot sauce, but I feel like a cannabis infused hot sauce would be wonderful on everything. And I'd love to be that guy. Send Chow the link. Actually, that might not be a terrible. Yeah, it's not a great idea neither, but it's not a terrible idea. I'm kind of stuck in the middle on that one. Love you, Chow. Okay, Stevie, show us your baseball cards. You know what I do have here? I got these Garbage Pail Kid. This is like, I never opened these. You know what? Let's fucking do it. It's an unboxing, folks. These were some special Garbage Pail Kid limited edition jams that I got a while back. Let's fucking. Yeah, I've got razor teeth. I know you guys see a little better without the cellophane on there. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Okay. Got some Mylar silver wrapping here. I wonder if there's gum in this. Huh? Okay. Kind of smells like sugar. Could just be me. Ugh, no gum. But look at this. I got a Milton card. Isn't that crazy? Diptic Dan. Yeah, he's a dick tip, all right. What else we got here? Avery Daisy. I think what this is, these are all hops. Yeah, all right. That was a fail. Let's keep it going. The client host says expose Ray. Honestly, I have no problem really exposing Ray right now with the shit that he's pulled. He has to learn a lesson. He's got to understand that he's opened himself up over nonsense. And if this is the kind of shit that you're worrying about at 50 years old, that, little tiny murmurs at a fucking bar at a comedy club, acting like this is your actual money, a meal ticket, the show at the stand, like I fucked something up, then you need to reevaluate your fucking priorities, buddy. And you're 50, and I honestly, Ray fucks me up because I'm like, fuck, right now I'm 19 years away from 60. And I'm like, fuck, that's not that far away. That's like 4 chunks of 5 years away from being 60. And then I fucking took it one step further and I was like, holy fuck, Ray is 50. So he's only 2 chunks of 5 away from 60. I know this is probably difficult math for some of you out there, but I'm doing this math in my head today while I'm like riding my bike to the gym. And I like was terrified. I was like, if I'm 50 and I'm still in like Ray DeVito static, like if I'm still at that level and doing this sort of like, oh my God, like just take me out right there, folks. I get it why Ray says I'm going to die soon. I should be dead. I don't deserve it. It makes sense, man, because this is grim. This is a grim existence if this is the kind of shit that, you know, and I don't know, maybe this is a work on his part. Maybe this is all work. You know, people got him worked up again like he did with Ari Jane. But you know what? I ain't Ari Jane, Mike. So let's do this. Let's fucking do this, buddy. I could do so many fucking things, but I'm a grown ass man now, and there's a phrase out there saying that instead of hanging a motherfucker, you just give them the rope to hang themselves. Instead of choking a motherfucker with a rope, you just give them the rope and let them hang themselves. And this is the kind of situation. Wow, that's gonna get me struck. In Minecraft, this is an old proverb too. If the YouTube censors or how am I ever gonna get monetized? You guys are all striking me right now. This is great. Terry Nee, Ray's a good guy. That's my response, Terry. See? And right next to it, Ray's a bad egg. I don't know what's going on with that boy. I don't know if he needs to change his medication or what. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's not get into it there. Chris P, 6677. How many guys that take the screw in a light bulb? If you want to put the punchline in, we'll eventually get to it. Okay. God, when Ray can own you, shucks, recalibrate. This is the person who at one point sent me a message. Wait till you see what happens next. Like, she was like threatening me, legitimately threatening me. What do I do? Like, because of some complete horseshit. All right. Okay. I'm obsessed. All right. Oh, great. Also, I saw, yeah. Oh, man. I don't even want to get into it. It's funny. Psycho thinks I'm talking about her when it has nothing to do with her. I love that. That's always fun. Cold C, but I'm just a fellow guy. You're a guy now, Cold C, if you're watching. Decline got declined. Block. She could watch all she wants. I know she's going to watch. If I block, doesn't matter. She'll be here. She will be here. No, I will not, baby girl. Nope. Stevie Lou don't give a fuck about that shit. You can get your jollies off calling me ugly and stupid and unfunny. That's all good, darling. Some stranger on the internet doesn't like me, and she got a little emotional about it, not going to lie. But that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about Ray DeVito today. Send Bobo the link. Could if I wanted to. Not going to do it. Want the record to show that there will be no blocking of Ga here. So if she's in any Discord going, I've been blocked, he can't handle me. It's kind of shit that she pulls. So keep an eye out for that. True but hurtful, Stevie. I don't even know if that's me or what. Yeah, look, now she's like bragging that she's been banned when she's never been banned. So it's one of those things where you get yourself all worked up, apparently. And you think things are happening to you, things about you are happening, and it's just all in your head. Stevie, when does your tour come to the West Coast? Hey, buddy, listen, you'll be there. If you post, chat, mention me as much as you do, I know you'll be there. And you are my number one son. Misfit is my number one son. I just want to put that out there. Thank you for that, pal. I don't get any more attention from anyone else, including my family and wife, than Misfit. Jesus, man. All right. Goots stinks. I got no problem with Ray Goots. I know his deal was like, he used to be, I believe, the booker or a booker at Caroline's. So that helped him out a bunch. And that's one of those things, like, you're either a comedian or a show producer booker. It's tough to be both because you start getting put up because you run shows and you run shit and people start spot trading. And I used to have that situation when I was running a show, and like more experienced comedians were like, you gotta fucking avoid that. That's a pitfall and a trap. So shout out to Ray DeVito for never trying to produce shows and just being a fucking hapless loser who fucking forces his way onto shows and people feel bad for. That's the thing too, is that Ray had all those car accidents and he had all those, like charity cases that were for him. So a lot of people still remember that stuff. And like that stuff does last a long time. You do get like pity. He gets a lot of pity spots, or what he does is he tries to talk up how, he's friends with all these people, Tim Dillon, Rich Voss, and that, Mark Norman's his best buddy, meanwhile, it's a different story when you see him in person at the stand. Where's my toupee hat? I don't know. It's somewhere around here. I don't think I'd ever do a toupee, though. I actually don't think I look too bad bald. I don't look great, sure, but especially when I clean shave it, it's a look. I'm going to grow the beard out, though. Let's see how this goes before it gets too hot. That's his actual name, Ray Goots. So I got no problem with Ray, really. Goots, never had a beef with him. He's kind of does mind his own business, but we had a little laugh about Gino and Ray and Chad the other day at the bar, and Ray's blown it out of proportion. What are you going to do? Right? Colt C jumping in, backing up his boy. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I'd like to know what lies besides that work that I did. I'm telling. Do you want to? Ray is better than Lou. I see Herbs always in the chat saying nothing but kind words. So that's the thing too. It's like if you just want to fucking spam and say I suck over and over again, it actually don't mean nothing. It's like I see you doing that. I see you booing. Just keep booing. The boos are just going to keep coming. It's not going to change me. So I dig it, Herbs. I love Herbs. Calm down, Stevie. I'm calmer than you are, Colt C. Calmer than you are. Sitting here enjoying my coffee. Talking about my beard. And it's kind of pubey. Could use a little trim. I'm glad this camera isn't like HD or anything. That would probably fucking send some folks to the hospital. Can from the Goots. I don't know. Dude, smoke a blunt. I'm good right now. I'm chilling. Stevie, Team Stevie, Lunatics, F. Ray DeVito. Honestly, man, it's like I could get a lot more worked up. I could angle this more, but I'm above all that. I just wanted to go on air and explain this situation that he's completely blown out of proportion. If we need to get into it more at a later date, I'm totally down with that. Not tweaking at all. I'm chilling. Worked out before I came home. I'm in like a nice, relaxed mood, actually. Terry Nee, Stevie, I think your beard is cashing checks that can't afford. Just kidding. People actually do stop me in the street or like at the pizzeria. Some lady was fucking randomly talking about my beard the other day to me. Kind of got awkward. I think she wanted I don't know, there's something to it. So we'll keep it going. If it's bad, okay, agree. I mean, I haven't seen Sherrod in a while. I hear he's not doing so great, which worries me because he's a good dude. No, Ray DeVito is comedy royalty, I guess. Yeah, man. He's like, bring me my beers, bring me my grapes. I'm doing the 7 p.m. show at the stand upstairs tonight. I will pay you in tips only. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy's a big tattletale. He loves to run around. I don't know. Doesn't seem like a manly thing to do, but who am I to say? Yeah, Ray really should. He missed his chance. I mean, he's going to probably need a ghostwriter, but he does have quite a story to tell. It's a tragedy, but is Ray still on right now? No, I'm not going to snipe him because then he'll fucking strike me because he's a striker. No, ga, no, ga. I don't want to yell in my apartment. It's getting late. I don't want to have neighbor issues like other people. Colty, when I start feeling pity for Ray, anger grows where pity once was. That's like poetic, man. Maybe you could ghostwrite for Ray. The bartender is gay. Teamster Tim said so. Well, that guy's got a gaydar for sure. Ari Jane's buttery shrimp farts says Ray gets pegged by Chris. I don't know. I hope. I mean, whatever. If you're into that, that's not my business. I'm not going to sit here and say that's a bad thing. That bartender likes Ray. Yeah. I mean, he probably just feels bad. It's like, when like a mangy cat walks up to your back door, you give him a few cans of tuna. He tries to pay, and you're like, no, it's all right. Yeah. The other cat's got to pay, but you're good. Ray's frugality is legendary. I mean, this is just another, it's like, don't drink as much, Ray. Don't drink so much for free that people are like, damn, dude, what the fuck is going on here? You've taken advantage of it. It kind of goes back to the time when we were at the stand for the Patrice O'Neal fucking celebrity after party at the stand. And Ray is taking hors d'oeuvres off of the private party plate. And he's getting pulled aside by the management and saying, what are you doing? Like, we're going to have to throw you out. Like, you're not part of this party. Why are you grabbing meatballs off of the hors d'oeuvres tray? And he's like, sorry. I didn't realize. He's taking the meatballs out of his teeth. I didn't realize I couldn't do that. Can I get another IPA? He's sliding $1 over. Like, Ray, like, fucking Christ, buddy. The fact that this is fucking my problem now, that you're a fucking cheap fuck, is ridiculous. Yes, beloved chatter is talking shit about me. I disagree. I think beloved is kind of caught in the middle on this one because Ray's throwing him under the bus, saying that he's the one that opened his eyes up and all that. Exactly. Bullshit, Noga. Thank you. Beloved, I'm not Ray. I'm not Ray where I'm going to believe every fucking thing I read in the chat. I'm don't take me fucking for a dummy. Noga wants me to smash his desk. What happened to your eyes? God, I don't sleep that well. I get like muscle spasms in the mornings, and I usually only sleep a couple hours before I got to get up and stretch my back and then sleep again. So I got to get like a sleep study or something done. I don't sleep so good. So thank you for your concern. I squashed. Nas Redno wants me to squash it. I thought it was squashed. I thought the tab was squashed. I thought I could squash the meatballs. All right, you guys take this up on the side. Noga's laughing at her diabolicalness. Colt. See, yeah, exactly. Say he's trying to get. I knew this was all just a work. Okay. Ooh, the Ray DeVito tell-all teaser. Yeah, go back, folks. Okay, here we go. This is where we got to where I'm a murderer or a millionaire. Looks like 2 is murderer. Thank you, Terry. 2 murderer. Decline host voted twice. 3 times, actually. 4 times. Fuck. Veronica thinks I'll be a millionaire. Thank you, Veronica. XMMM says this will be played in court. Well, I'll be damned. Misfit says I'll be a murderer. Zarzar says I'm going to be a millionaire. I like it. Now, Decline Host did something here where he said two, but also Tukey World Order, which, by the way, folks, do go check out the BYB program. Last night we had the amazing Tukey Ramirez, I think is his last name. But El Horrible is a talent, and I never have had a chance to just sit with him like we were last night and kind of just riff like two guys in the scene. Usually I'm on his show and I got to kind of like play nice and everything, but it was fun. I did actually have a really good time going back and forth with Tukey last night. So please, folks, do check out that episode. Check out the BYB in general. I believe tomorrow we have Cardiff Electric and Bob Levy on as guests. And unfortunately, I have some plans tomorrow, so I will not be on. Yeah, fuck. But yeah, anyway, so do check it out. 1.5. So that's like in the middle, like a murder millionaire. Okay. Robert Durst, maybe. Checking the cap is half full. Are you talking about me? I think maybe. It's like a few spoons short of a set. A couple folks checking in slow money. Ray thinks I stand with Stevie. Colt C won't vote. Send Chow the link. He's got goods on Ray. I know Chow does, but I'm just going to keep this in-house right now. Don't do it, Stevie. I believe him. I don't know what's going on here. I already sent Stevie the text from Ray. Ray is perfect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And beloved, thank you, buddy. I didn't think that this was a gop. I don't know what she doesn't like. Since during John a link, I can't. I'm actually running out of steam. It's almost 10:30 on the East Coast, and I'm getting tired, and I don't sleep well, as we can see. Working on it. What other food you got? I don't know what's going on anymore. FCDC. No, never say that. You're going to have a hot 7 tomorrow. I don't know what that means. Love to be that guy. Yay, show and tell. Okay, we're getting to the cards here. This is content. Whoa. Okay, we're looking at some stuff. What's the poster? Oh, the poster is not a poster. That's actually Pee Wee Herman, and that is a painting. That is an oil painting that an artist friend of mine made years ago, commissioned. So check that out. Rest in peace, Paul Rubens. I got to redo my setup over here, but I may be moving soon, so no rush on changing shit. Garbage Pail Kids, not Garbage Patch. Garbage Patch, similar. No gum. Oh, okay. Yeah, thinking about Ray Walleye can give you an existential crisis. Got reported. Can you dunk? I used to be able to dunk regularly in warm-ups and stuff. Once I got to about the age of like 28, 29, I just could not naturally dunk anymore. I lost some fast twitch muscle or whatever, and I would like try to dunk and almost break my ass. So I don't think I can dunk anymore. But honestly, I feel like with the workouts I've been doing lately, I've been doing a lot of kettlebells and squats and shit like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if I could maybe work on getting those knees and legs back in shape and throw it down. I was more of a shot blocker. That was my thing. I would let anybody come to the rack on me, and I was normally blocking a shot. Ray's like Eric the Midget. He's getting a lot of positive attention for being mad. Expect to see more. Yeah. So I could see that if this is all just a byproduct of that, and I'm catching shrapnel from that. Well, you fucking shrapneled the wrong one, Ray. His brain is so gone. I should probably be on anxiety medication. That could kill him, probably. He'd overdose. Will this be on the guy test at the end of the semester? Probably. Yeah, exactly. That would be the death of him, Teddy. Did you ever meet Ron and Fez? Was Black Earl a weirdo to you? I met Ron and Fez. I met Fezzy, obviously, less times than Ron. But yes, 100%, man. I went to fucking like 10 or 12 unmasked when they were over at the Comics Comedy Club in on 14th Street on the West Side, and Fez would always be there. I went to multiple unmasked at the XM Sirius XM building, and Fezzy would always be there. And I was friendly with Chris Stanley. I've known Chris Stanley for over 20 years. Before he was working for Ron and Fez, we were friends through mutual friends in New York. I remember when Stanley was just a fan of Ron and Fez and Opie and Anthony, and we used to talk about it. And then he got hired as an intern and then got brought up to producer. So Stanley used to get me into everything. And Ronnie was always cool. Fezzy was extra cool. And then Ron, I used to see him down on McDougal Street when he was doing stand-up. Before COVID, Ron was doing like heavy stand-up at the Village Underground and the Cellar. So I'd be down there and I'd be fucking walking around, and either I'd see him or he'd see me, and he was always really cool to me. Also Deb, his like she like writes for the Interrobang. She books a lot of stuff for him. Deb was really sweet, and she used to help me out too. Black Earl, though, I didn't really have much contact with him. I do think, though, that he probably knew that I had something to do with Eastside Dave. Whether he did or not, that would probably have made him maybe not want to interact with me that much. But honestly, he was more of a quiet guy in general. I did go to the show, Chris Stanley's 35th birthday or something like that, at the stand where Earl got drunk as shit. And I did hang out with him that night when he was drunk, and he was really cool that night. So we could talk Ron and Fez all fucking day. I used to call in to Ron and Fez when I was like 16, 17 years old. It would have been like 2000. I was calling in. I used to record it too. I don't know if I still have those old audio tapes, but I would be drunk, 16 years old, and I used to call into Ron and Fez when it was at night, when it was called ronandfez.com back on WNEW back in the day. What happened was, it used to be Loveline. It was Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla Loveline every night on NEW. And then one night, suddenly, Ron and Fez was just on instead of Loveline. And I had never heard of Ron and Fez before. And it immediately sucked me in. So I can say for sure that I listened to night one of Ron and Fez in New York City, because at the time it used to be Loveline, and I was listening to that regularly. Love that shit as a teenager, listening to sex talk at night. Come on. Earthquake Cam. Yeah, this, you know what happened? Actually, it's funny. The other night when I was on with Ray, the night that this whole incident happened, we got kind of drunk at the stand. I had a couple beers. I came home, was drinking and streaming, and I dumped a beer on my fucking Bluetooth keyboard that I have over here, and it's no longer working. So I got to use the actual keyboard here, and that makes things shake. My desk shakes a little bit too. I got to get a whole camera set up. It's not happening just yet. Yeah, I'm shaking a little bit over here. I'm tired. I'm just been shook by Ray, evil Ray. Yes, bad with 2Ds. Ray is definitely not playing in the Heart of Gold band. The Heart of Gold band. Dun 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 dun. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. When are you going back on BYB? We were just on, Soup. It was a work, buddy. You're behind. Steve, you've been wondering a couple days now, what is IPA? Been too lazy to Google it. It's an Indian Pale Ale. Come on. You're fucking goosing me over here. Trumpet. John's been burying me. Yeah, I can see that. When am I touring? We'll see. What band did Levy's son open for the TL in Philly? Where was it at the TLA? No, they opened for Dogs in a Pile. I think I got Dogs in the Pile. That's their album there. They opened for Dogs in a Pile, and I think it was the Philly Brooklyn Bowl. Yeah, I think Dogs in the Pile played the Philly Brooklyn Bowl. If that's even or the House of Blues, or fuck. It wasn't the TLA, which is a fucking dump. I've seen a lot of shows there. Thank God it wasn't the TLA. I used to go see the disco. They only played in my era a few times at the TLA. The Biscuits used to play the Electric Factory a lot more, which was another dump. I actually saw a concert at the Trocadero down there in Chinatown back in 2001. I saw the band Lake Trout, a Baltimore, Maryland band that is defunct, but was amazing. An absolute amazing live improvisational band from the old days. Sound like Opie now. The old days, doggy. You guys are tiring me out. I love it. KB confirmed your business deal for AC. Wasn't too happy with you talking about it. I have no idea what you're talking about. Business deal for AC. Wrong way. Ray is grifting off of his accidents. Yeah. Ray's in a constant state of mental decline. Why would you block your number one fan on Twitter? I haven't blocked you, buddy. Oh, yeah, I did, because you were spamming. That's what that is. When you just reply, guy, everything I say. There's a couple of you out there. I don't play that game because you're just being a cunt, and that's not funny. I know you're all hung up on me, but don't think it's work from Ray. Definitely content filler. LOL. Patch things up with Stuttering John. I'll try. How do I super chat here? Not yet, Bill. We're working on it. I'm trying to get that tips thing going. If Melton's watching, I'm sure he's watching. Actually, Melton, I'll do the tips thing. You can hook me up, buddy. Yeah, I'll do the tips thing. I'll do t-shirts. Stevie's greater than Ray. This has got to be a fake guy. You weren't calm when I typed that. Thank you. Okay, fair enough. Lieutenant Clang in the house. Jose Joey Valentine says Stevie Lou and Pat Dixon are the Lou and the left. We're killing it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be out of here before Pat goes live at 11. I do not want to step on that man's toes. He has taken the 11 o'clock spot and ran with it, and I love to see it, man. Pat does a good show. He's always done a good show. Wu-Tang Clan, you have the floor now. I guess Ray's off. Stevie, what kind of weed would you recommend? Sativa? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Unless you're trying to get some stuff done or think really hard about stuff. Sativa will make you clean your closet. It'll make you go rake the leaves. It'll make you think you're an artist and you can paint for an hour. Sativa does a lot of good stuff for a lot of people. But for me, I like to relax. The cannabis usually is a thing that I use to relax. So I'm more of an indica guy, but I'll fuck around with hybrids. So I think if you're a beginner, you want to go for a good 50-50 hybrid. There's a lot of great ones out there. Get yourself set up. Be safe in AC, Ray. Yeah, see, I'm not zero physical, nothing. I'm not that guy. I would never be like, I'm going to fucking get you. And I did say I was going to go see him tonight. I wasn't going to go, get him. But I would have had a, face-to-face, man-to-man talk. Because this shit where he's going online and saying all this shit about me, after we fucking patched it up yesterday, man. I talked to him on air yesterday, and now something happened where he's fucking dragging it back up, just like the Ari Jane situation. Fucking Detroit was dead and gone. And all it took was Ari saying something on BYB and then Citizen M or whoever chatting it, and then he's opening up all these cans of worms like a fucking moron. So here we are. This is what I was thinking, Zarzar, growing a long wizard beard. That's going to take some discipline. So I was thinking how I could do it, because it would be kind of cool to have a long red beard. I'm not going to lie. You could hate me all you want, but I think if I did have a Gandalf red beard, I'm kind of just thankful that it's still all red and there's not been any whites yet. I'm sure as soon as I say that, fuck myself. Oh, you're close to lava. Okay, wait. Is there lava on the floor? What's going on here? I don't know. I love that game. Shawnetta commented in the wrong chat. Thank you, Peter Sky Parker, for kind of keeping you're just directing traffic over here. It's great. You're close to KC numbers and you just started. I don't even know what that means. I think. Oh yeah. Well, I like KC, man. Maybe I'll have him on. I do actually. Look at this. Speaking of KC, I have this here. I always got crazy shit over here, man. This is my little secret chest here. So this is a movie called The Secret War, and if you could see, that is Jim Florentine there, and then that's KC. Yeah, you can see it says Jim Florentine, Casey Armstrong, Secret War. I got this on Amazon the other day. Have not watched it yet. I heard it sucks. So, raising a full mental breakdown. I feel bad, man. Maybe I should take it easy on the guy. I'm not merciless. I wasn't raised that way. I'm no pushover either, but okay, I don't get that there. This is a long intro needed for SL, really. I don't know. Maybe she's watching. I don't know. Yeah, I was getting ready. If you're talking about earlier, I had to feed my kitties and get my setup. I had just walked in the door from the gym, and I needed a few minutes. I got to feed my cats. I fucking love those bastards. Okay, radar. Oh my God, Haffy is making accusations. I haven't heard the word yay in a long time, though. No, he's not live. Who are you rooting for Sunday? Man, this is one of those ones where I could give a fuck less. I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. I guess if I have to really break it down, that I do not want to see Taylor Swift's face anywhere on that field celebrating or whatever, or I don't want the whole Taylor Swift thing has completely turned me off. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for most of us. So I guess just by that alone, I'll have to root for San Francisco. But I don't have any, maybe because the Grateful Dead. I guess, yeah, you know what? Bob Weir was on the sideline of Niners playoff game. So I will honor the Grateful Dead's legacy in San Francisco at 710 Haight Ashbury. And I will be pulling for the Niners. Ray wished himself a coma. That sucks. Is your camera detoxing? It has the shakes from Luke of the Bind. Night Creeps, who's been threatening that he's going to come beat me. He's going to do something to me in Atlantic City. Like he's trying to be coy about it and has been absolutely making a fool of himself. Folks, go check out the Night Creeps show. They only get 2 or 3 people to watch live. They're still trying. They've been trying to fucking come at me and the BYB guys for a long time, trying to get their heat, and they just can't do it. They got that failure to launch shit going on over there. So keep up the good work, Lukey. Jetta, I think he was dumping. You could. My colitis is fine right now. I was feeding my kitties. Misfit says the chat is funnier than you, but I believe you can do it. The chat usually is funnier. It's no secret. Ray has too many people telling him what to do. He's 50. He could fail on his own. Not sure why some are invested in him. Well, listen, this is the nature of these Dabbleverse shows. People get tribal. That's why you got these Shuley hardliners that only watch that show, only donate to that show, and just talk shit about MLC, and vice versa. You got people that are hardlining this race stuff right into their main vein, and that's where we are these days. Send Luca the Bind the link. Jesus Christ. I got 44 viewers right now. Luca the Bind would fucking kill. He would kill for one. He would kill one of his cats again for a chance to be on a show with 44 viewers live. Are you kidding me? Fucking blow his little fucking pea-sized brain. Genta, I hate myself for this world. I hope you're all right, Genta. It'll be all right. Oh, the shitter, it's way more exciting. Guy likes anal stuff. Send Lady Die and Mary in the link. Bad with two D's, man. I don't know if I told you this on your show or what, but Lady Di used to call my house, my parents' house, when I was still living with them back when I was like 21. Because somehow I got my hands on her number and I called her from their house and talked to her one night. And then she started calling the house back all the time when I wasn't there. So I'd come home from work and my mom would be like, "Hey, Diane called looking for you." I'm like, "Diane, what the fuck?" She's like, "Yeah." She says she knows you from the radio show. I was like, "Oh, what?" Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, nice lady. I talked to her for like 10 minutes." And I'm like, "Oh my God, my mom talked to Lady Di for 10 minutes? What the fuck?" It was one of those moments where you get out over your skis, like they say. So, who told Ray what to do? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really, he is his own man. He's got to just man up. Okay. I'm trying to catch up here. Ray, us, a textbook. Gavone. I have no idea what that means. New sub, FRD. Thank you, EMG. Folks, again, if you could hit that sub button, I need to get to like 500. And thank you for watching tonight. If I think the way to do it is like I'll start a playlist of these live shows. And then if you guys could like start watching the playlist when you go to sleep and letting it play on one of your devices, I could fucking really use the help with getting those numbers up with the view. Wow, Stevie just called beloved chatter a bitch. I don't believe I did that whatsoever because I don't think that he is a bitch. I think he's a pretty solid ass dude, actually. And I got no problems with the chatter. And I think some people out there were trying to cause some issues. All right, I'm trying to catch up here. What an unhinged, angry lunatic. He's blossomed into Wawa. EMG. MGD, thank you. Very true. Lots of people giving him advice, etc. He can't handle that. He ends up going nowhere. Take that. Okay. Just trying to catch up. Coffee at 10 p.m. is the best way to sleep. Yeah, Misfit. I dilute my coffee, but I try not to drink. And I don't have trouble going to sleep really anymore. I'm usually in bed by like 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast these days. I just I don't know, a little diluted cold brew. Okay. See, this is the thing where he's going. I'll see you. I'll see you. All right. Okay, buddy. Whatever you got going on in that head of yours, you need help, pal. You need help. Lou doing Chad doing Ray. I do kind of feel like Chad just reading the comments here. I'm trying to get through. Folks are, I guess, catching up on the show late. Millionaire, billionaire. Is this really how far back I am? Jesus. Okay. Dude, just you're never gonna get here. You're never gonna get there. You're never gonna get here. So you can live in my chat all you want, pal. Because we got the Newport gang coming for your ass. If you do try anything, you'll get dealt with. And hope you got that. I won't even say it. Someone needs to save Levy. He used to be funny. Okay, it's neither here nor there. Fenton. Fuck, man, you guys are going on this. I gotta keep going. Joe is a creep. No comment. House in house to 50 people. Just say no to Doc Show. Hey, Flake Pulpy here. What's up, nice people? That's hilarious. I can see why CB thought I convinced Ray to do that. I did not, because Ray lied. I did. Yeah, no, beloved. I got a little miffed there. Yeah, actually, the chat I did make a little fucking snippy comment, but I was just kind of besides myself about the whole situation. And I immediately, thank you for reaching out and trying to clear things up, buddy. I have absolutely nothing but love for you, dog. You got a Ghost and Goblins in that stack behind you? I'm pretty sure I do. What a terrible fucking game, though. I actually will torture myself sometimes and play it because it is on the Switch. And I'm not bad at it. I can usually get kind of far in, but man, was this one just fucking brutal. I never really played the arcade version. I was really just a NES boy. But yeah, the jumping mechanic in that is so frustrating. The 2-hit death, the unpredictable fucking trajectories of those fucking birds and shit, those fucking blades. Thank you, Oshanda. You're my man, brother. I hope all is well with you, buddy. Very good old school fan of the whole thing. Yeah, you know what it is? I got my foot on the desk over here. Fuck. My bad, folks. Let me see if I can fix that. But yeah, man, I think I should maybe do a bit of an NES. Two of my favorite things to just bullshit about are retro video games and movies. So if I will be doing more live streams with like a format coming very soon, it will most likely be talking movies and games, if not both. I think Bobo loves those things too. So maybe we'll get Bo in on that. Is there a trailer of the movies you made or working on? There is. There is, buddy. You know what? Let me see if I can pull this up for us. Thank you. Oh, wait. Yeah. What? Oh, no. Guys, hang with me. Damned. Do. Well, damn it. Fuck. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find. All right, let me try this. Guys, this is a bummer. Films. Instagram. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Just this is sloppy work here, but whoever just Teddy, if I don't find something quick to put up here. Well, okay. Reels. Posts. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Present. This is going great. Okay. Fuck. Is that showing up? Okay. This is what I got to do. Okay. This is going to have to start over. Is there a volume on this? Holy shit. This is retarded. Oh, excuse me. Okay. We may not have sound on this, folks, but this is, and we're going to have to replay from the beginning. But this is Bring on the Damned, the first trailer that came out. Now, what Bring on the Damned is, it's a 5-story compilation. It's kind of like your old school creep show. And basically, I did all of the special effects and a majority of the art direction on this, and so much more. We worked with a $20,000 budget and a lot of volunteer work, a lot of magic made with nothing. That's Soraya from Jim and Sam there. Okay, let's give this one more time. And I'm sorry that I can't get I'm trying to get a volume on this here. But let's do this one more time, watch through, and I'll post the link too if folks want to see it. But yeah, that's Ian Fidance, Dylan Mars Greenberg, Zach Amico. A good disco scene. You don't want to know what that is. This is one of my favorite. We made like a French new wave style film. So yeah, we basically got these 5 20-minute, 30-minute long stories that all have like a horror and comedy angle to them. That oh shit, I didn't realize there's some boobies on there. Might have got myself structed, but all right. So yeah, I'll post that link in the chat also. Man, I got sidetracked there, but let me post it in the chat so you can listen to it on your own. But I'm excited about that, man. And we're still filming fucking pickups on it. It's fucking really, really tough to make a film for nothing and get it out. So we're almost there. As soon as it's available, I'm going to tell you all about it. So we'll see. Spitting an image of George Mirasan on the court. That's right. George Mirasan. Forget Paris. Great movie. Doesn't cause long-term damage. Not even sure what that is. Concerned for your PSP. Drinks in Vegas. Long story short. Pulper 80, definitely. I stand with Black Earl. Long story short. Cool. Ha. PSP. Oh, yeah. Did you have her? Yeah. Okay. Pulper. Yeah. I get impersonated all the time. Okay. Won me over. Ron and Frez retrospective. I could go into that, man. Dave McDonald is right now. Eastside Dave is doing a Patreon where he's going over old Ron and Fez bits. So if you folks do love that sort of stuff, do check out Eastside Dave and his Patreon. My buddy Bobby Tamburo, I believe, is still helping him with that. Tell us more about. Okay. I still listen to WNEW days of Ron and Fez. Billy Staples was a bigger mess than Chad. Do you remember Billy Staples? Absolutely. I absolutely remember Billy Staples. He had that crazy voice. What an annoying voice. I never met Billy, though. That was like before my time of going into the studio. I did see what year would it have been? It would have been like 2006 or 7. I went to the old studio before they moved to the Sirius XM building in like the mall, like fucking Mall of Americas, Jesus, Avenue of Americas, 6th Avenue, right there in the middle of Midtown. They used to be a little bit more uptown in a smaller building. Still pretty crazy. I remember meeting Master Poe. I got like patted down for weapons by Master Poe when I entered because he was like, "Oh, this guy's big, man. You might be a problem." I was like, I don't want any trouble. Us. But yeah, I got to see. I was in studio for one of the Ron and Fez hypnotism episodes, and that was insane. They had some porn star in that day, and she and Fezzy both were like hypnotized. Whatever, I don't know what your thoughts or beliefs are on hypnotism, but it was real. It was fucking real because there was no way that what these people were doing, like this weird power of suggestion and hypnotism, I like was convinced was real with the absurdness. And I know you're saying, Stevie, it was a work, you rube, but there's something to that, man. I've actually seen like public hypnotism demonstrations that have blown my fucking mind, because you'll know the person that's up there on stage pretending to pull money on fire out of their pants or whatever the fucking thing the guys convinced them of. And you're like, there's no way that person would do that in real life. They're not that kind of person. So there's something to that shit. All right, I might skip some here because I got to catch up. EGD, MGD. Okay. What was Ray really upset about? He hasn't got a reputation that's at risk of being lost. Yeah, no, and I said too, man, like I did feel a little bad about the whole situation, and I thought it was also ridiculous. And the fact that he wants to go all out and double down and call me a piece of shit and bring up my wife and all that and compare me to Harry Jane and say I'm not a comic. Yeah, that's another thing too. Ray says I'm not a comic, and he is. When Ray was first trying to get back into town in New York steady, I don't know if he had that stand show just yet. He might have had the stand show, but that might have been it. He was hitting me up personally and saying, "Hey, can you get your audience? Because I can get people to show up for me in mass. I could fill 30, 40, 50 seats in Brooklyn, Manhattan, no problem. I could fill 100, 150 up in my hometown, no problem. I have before. Okay, I've done that before, and that was part of that old hustle comedy career, stand-up comedy career that I used to fucking care about and put effort into. And unfortunately for me, I just don't see the fun or the reward out of it as much anymore. So I've taken a slight break and I've stepped back from that. Could go back any fucking day if I want, because it's not that fucking hard. Once you get it down, it's not that fucking hard, Ray. Stop trying to act like you're some sort of fucking pro level expert. It's like insane, man. Get a grip, dude. Your fucking perception of yourself is a little fucking wacky. And I know people say that about me too, so I could be self-aware about this, that I know I probably say dumb shit, but I'm not out here trying to act like I'm some sort of big shot comedian who's trying to big dog people like Stevie Lou. Get the fuck out of here. I guess I did just do that to fucking Lucas of the Bind. Fuck. I guess that's how it rolls, man. Shit rolls downhill. But at this point, Ray ain't fucking that much higher up on the hill. Maybe in his mind with the fucking garbage gigs that he does in fucking Lancaster, PA, and once a month at the Stand, he thinks he's better than me, and that's fine. You know what? If Ray, some moron, wants to fucking think he's better than me and scream about me, I'll be all right. I will be all right. Young Stevie jacking it to Ron and Fez. I don't think I ever jacked it to Ron and Fez, but I did jack it to a lot of strange things when I was a kid. Not strange, but we just didn't have the internet back then. So I was like jerking it to like Madonna's Truth or Dare, which was black and white. I used to fucking like, she had the one scene where she's fucking simulating yeah, you guys know. That got many white made out of a young Lou. I may have crossed the line there. I just realized opening up. But you folks have been here for an hour and 20 minutes. I might as well give you something good. All right. Almost done here, folks. I'll be getting out of here before Pat goes live at 11. If Pat is watching, which I doubt, don't worry, buddy. I got you covered. There's some people asking if that's pulper or not. We're doing some memorin. Stevie's been doing this since he's 18. Not true, not true. Been at 2 concerts, REO Speedwagon and Bush. Wouldn't recommend concerts. Jesus, decline host. Let me take you to an actual show. That's horrible. REO. I mean, I would have thought Bush would have been a good show, but I guess he had a bad night, Gavin Rossdale. Balls deep. How about a wrench? I want to see something. I don't exactly know how to do that, bud. How the fuck do I do that? We're gonna have to look. I will give you a wrench, buddy, but I don't know if I can do that through StreamYard. I think I gotta do it through the YouTube. Hold on. I don't know, buddy. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I will definitely give you a wrench, though. I do trust my man Balls. Get on that, Balls. Thank you, God. And honestly, God, I got no fucking problem with you, lady. Like, Jesus Christ. I've said that from the beginning. You were breaking my balls. I tried to be lighthearted with my ball breaking back. I totally understand if you feel I crossed some sort of line. I communicated that to you. I told you I can move on. Things got ugly again. And yeah, sure, I've been running my mouth a little bit, but at this point, lady, like I don't understand what this whole shit is about between you and I neither, man. Like I got no fucking problems with you. You can call me unfunny, you can call me ugly, all that shit, untalented. That's totally your opinion. I won't fucking hold you any ill will about the opinion, but I might fucking joke back around with you. That's like, if we can't do that, this is America, folks. In this country, no ticky, no laundry. Teddy following up, yeah, that the Brooklyn Bowl Philly is a great venue. Oh yeah, okay, so that's is it Brooklyn Bowl Philly Punchline and then the Fillmore Philly are all like right in that one little spot over there in like Fishtown or something like that. I've been to the Fillmore Philly, which is a beautiful venue because they've got that little foundry room upstairs, so you could go like to the show early and kind of get yourself situated. Sometimes they got an opening act, and then the big stage downstairs is great. They've got that big chandelier in the middle. I've seen several Disco Biscuit shows there. I think I've actually, I got to go backstage and hang with the band post show for a couple of shows at the Fillmore in Philly, as well as the E Factory. Both big parties, huge green rooms in both of those venues. Not going to happen. Not blocking guy. over 80. He's sending a 99-cent super sticker. And he's tagging Waver and B Smiley the third, who, I got nothing but love for. I got nothing. I love everybody. I got no problem with Ray DeVito. I just want to love everybody. Have you ever met any of the Wu-Tang Clan? No, but I did see ODB's final performance ever. I was at the show at BB King's in 2006 or 7. I think it was either 5 or 6 or 7. It was somewhere. Whenever fucking ODB died, he performed at BB King's a few weeks before that, and I was at that show. And he came out. He made the crowd wait like 2.5 hours. Then he finally came out and did like 3 songs and looked like shit, and then was dead 3 weeks later. So I was at ODB's final performance ever. I know. A lot of you out there are like, fuck, god damn that Stevie Lou. I'm jealous. But I got to see ODB's last performance. It was a solo performance. Basically what happened was Wu-Tang was doing some sort of like anniversary show, and they were like getting the band back together. So I guess ODB wanted to do a couple of tune-up shows on his own before the big tour, and he couldn't even get to the tour. So I did see also Wu-Tang at Rock the Bells in New York City in 2007, and that show was Run DMC, Cypress Hill, Wu-Tang Clan, Rage Against the Machine. That's how that went. 1, 2, 3, 4 that night. And during the Wu-Tang set in 2007, ODB had been dead for only like a year or two, and it was one of the first times they had performed in New York since that. And they gave this like crazy emotional tribute to Dirt McGurk, Big Baby Jesus. Fucking guy was a legend, man. Brooklyn Zoo, that album, man. I think it's probably the best soul. Ooh, no, you can't say that over Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords probably has got to be the best Wu solo project album. The Purple Tape is also up there too. Iron Man's a good one, but I got to put Brooklyn Zoo probably number 2 behind Liquid Swords as and like Method Man to Cal and his shit, like that's garbage. Get the fuck out of here. Meth. You fucking pothead. God damn it, Method Man. God damn it, Matt. Stevie, get off Ray's ass and focus on Kevin will never love any of you more than Chad. Quit trying. That's true. The Lou in the Left is a great title, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think he hit him with the right though, so we could make some stuff up. Ray stinks. Ray P leaves. No, that's a fake me. Jeez, this is a fake PSP now. Teddy, yeah, agree. The MLC show with you, Pat, and KB have been the best. Speaking of which, it looks like it is that time, folks. I think I got just one more minute, so let's try to catch up here. Stevie, you're good at this podcasting stuff. Congrats. I'm sure you're being facetious. Oh, boy. Make Ray humble. I used to have Iron Sheik with Opie and Anthony picture signed somewhere around here. Find what I did with that. He started a second fire. Stevie, you're out of control. 2 fires. Dude, Ray's slightly off. If you tell a guy who's slightly off not to do something, he's probably going to do it, Stevie. Okay, cool. I'm Bambi. Alonzo gets it. Okay. Ain't on Discord. I'll figure out a way. This guy is rambling about nothing. True. Thoughts on KB? I'll leave that for another episode. Stevie, please just skip all my poor chats. Oh, bunking hateful. Skip that. We'll get back to that sort of stuff. Where do you get your ideas? From my brain. Yeah, like you could train all you want, buddy. It's going to be a bad time. It's going to be a bad time for you. I just texted a friend this. She dumped you and you left and left you the kids. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Bojangles. Come here, buddy. Come here, Mr. Bojangles. Come here. Come here. Uh-oh. And that's the end of our show. Donk.